Why you still feel broke even if you make good money. You ever check your bank account and think, I make too much money to feel this broke? So where is it all going? If you've asked yourself that question, you are not bad with money, and you are definitely not alone. Today I'm going to show you the real reasons high earners still feel broke and how to fix it. Let me tell you something surprising. Feeling broke usually has very little to do with how much you earn. I've seen people making $40,000 feel financially peaceful, and people making $150,000 constantly stressed, because income alone does not create financial security. Behavior does. Point number 1. Here's something that quietly keeps millions of people from building wealth. It's called lifestyle inflation, and it usually doesn't feel irresponsible. In fact, it often feels deserved. You work harder, you earn more, so naturally your life upgrades. Maybe you move into a nicer apartment. You replace the old car with something more comfortable. Streaming services multiply. Convenience becomes normal. Dinner out becomes a weekly habit instead of a treat. None of these decisions seem dramatic on their own. But here's the problem. They don't show up all at once. They stack, slowly, quietly, almost invisibly, until one day you look around and realize something strange. Your income is higher than it's ever been. But your financial stress hasn't gone down. Sometimes it's even worse. Why? Because every raise was already spent before it had the chance to change your future. Lifestyle inflation doesn't announce itself. It whispers. And if you're not paying attention, it will consume every dollar you earn. Point number 2. Your money has no job writing. Most people don't tell their money where to go, so they wonder where it went. Without a plan, money disappears into convenience. Not emergencies, not bad decisions, just daily life. A budget is not restriction, it is direction. Point number 3. Invisible spending. The biggest threats to your finances usually aren't dramatic purchases. They're the ones you barely notice. I call this invisible spending. Not reckless spending, not irresponsible spending, just unexamined spending. A few subscriptions you rarely use, convenience fees that feel too small to question, food delivery after a long day. One-click purchases that show up before you even remember ordering them. None of these feel significant in the moment, but here's what makes invisible spending so powerful. It doesn't ask for your attention. It quietly builds a permanent claim on your income. $5 here, $12 there, $29.99 somewhere else. Until one day, a large portion of your paycheck is already spoken for, before you've had the chance to use it intentionally. Point number 4. Many people are running hard toward a finish line that doesn't actually create the life they want. Ask someone what would make them feel financially secure, and you'll often hear, I just need to make a little more. But here's the quiet truth. Security doesn't come from income alone, because every time income rises, expectations tend to rise with it. The apartment gets nicer, the car gets newer, vacations get bigger, daily life gets more expensive. Point number 5. There is a difference between earning money and being financially safe. Many people assume a steady paycheck automatically creates security. But without savings, even a strong income can feel fragile because life is unpredictable. The car repair you didn't plan for, the medical bill that shows up anyway, the appliance that breaks at the worst time. And that constant financial tension is what makes people feel broke, even while money is coming in. The clear rule: a strong starting goal is 3 to 6 months of essential expenses, not luxury spending, not extras, just the amount required to keep your life stable. Housing, food, utilities, transportation, insurance. This fund isn't there to grow, it's there to guard your life. Advanced insight: when you have no cushion, you tolerate situations you might otherwise leave. A job that drains you, a schedule that exhausts you, pressure that never eases. But when financial safety exists, you gain options. And options quietly transform confidence, remove shame. And if you don't have savings yet, this is not a judgment. Most people were never taught to build this first. But once you see how much emotional weight savings remove, it stops feeling like a restriction and starts feeling like relief. So, if you've been wondering why you still feel broke even with money coming in, look behind you, not just at your paycheck. Ask yourself, what is protecting me if life happens? Because true financial confidence isn't about how much you earn, it's about how prepared you are. If you feel broke right now, hear this. You don't need a miracle, you need a system. Because it's not about how much money passes through your hands, it's about how much you keep. If this video helped you see money differently, subscribe to Money Made Simple, where we take the stress out of finances and replace it with clarity.